Previously on Survivor. After once again being left out of the plan to vote against Jake, Jackson and Muriel found themselves on the bottom. While Allie tried to explain herself to Muriel, Jackson found out that he had won the advantage, of which was the fourth and final clue to the merge hidden immunity idol. Jackson found the idol after a 6-hour search right on the cusp of spring break. After a 9-day hiatus from the game, the players returned from break with new strategies in mind. While Kelsey and Allie began to consider blindsiding Muriel, Jackson and Muriel refocused their target on Allie. Meanwhile, Vinny continued to work his social game, and after a heated conversation with Muriel about his true loyalties and long-term agenda, he managed to get back in both Muriel and Jackson's good graces and made final 2 deals with both players, additionally making the same deal with his longtime ally Will. Going into the challenge, it seemed as if Vinny and Will had both decided to turn the tide alongside Jackson and Muriel to blindside Allie, of whom was perceived to be a major social threat. At the challenge, it was announced that there would be a surprise tribal council ceremony immediately following the challenge, throwing everybody's plans for a spin and causing paranoia among most everyone. When Allie managed to pull off her second individual immunity win, this foiled the original plan, and Tribal Council was sure to be a showdown. In the most intense Tribal Council of the season, everybody fought for their survivor lives. In an epic battle of words between Muriel and Vinny, Allie and Kelsey were forced to make a decision to eliminate either Muriel, their former Three Queens Alliance member, or side with her to split up the pair of Will and Vinny. After Jackson whispered a last-second plan to Allie and Muriel, the pair of Allie and Kelsey settled on what was perceived as the easier vote by eliminating Will Wall in a 4-2 vote. 5 people are left. Who will be voted out tonight?
Yeah.
I completely get why you want to keep your.
Okay.
At least, like, I still. What's up, Kelsey?
So that was insane. That was complete chaos. I kind of thought earlier today that since we were told to have so much time tonight that it could be a vote later. So when I talked to Allie and Vinny, I kind of threw that out there and we said, okay, we need to have a plan just in case it does happen. So we said Will, so I just thought it was like the easiest thing to go with what we said earlier today.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like this is, I'll just say everything that happened. Yuri met me and told me after the tribal with Jake that the 4 of you met without me.
Yeah.
And said, let's get Will and then Vinny at 5. She then said, let's make a final 2. First vote just went exactly opposite of what I thought in this game. And I thought I had a control of getting Muri out of here, but I blew up my relationship with Muri because I thought she was going home, and my options are severely limited now. And at the challenge, Jackson and Muri were asking, I was asking you because there's a plan to vote you out now.
There's a plan to vote me out?
Yeah, that's what I tried to tell you.
Jackson, Muri, Vinny, and Will had a plot to get me out.
That's so confusing to me.
Yeah.
Well, I know that Miri wasn't planning on voting Will because when Will got out first in the challenge, and then Jackson asked if everyone just wanted to drop out, she was like, I'm not voting either Will. So I heard that one. So I knew she wasn't voting Will.
These fuckers tried to get me out. They're not loyal. I don't want to work with any of them. Blessed to have won this. Bitches aren't loyal.
So yeah, she was just this whole week trying to pit me against you 3, and that's why I took a stand here. But yeah, and you don't have to believe me. You really don't have to. Like, she did tell me she'd go you out at 4, and like I just want you to know that that's out in the open.
Unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. I wanted Allie to go, but that feels like an eternity ago. 30% of me was thinking of playing the idol on Mary, didn't play it on her. And now like I'm for sure in Final Four. The girls outnumber the guys.
Yes, for the first time since ever.
Since ever, yeah.
Will went home, and I feel like I could have gotten the same outcome by just shutting my mouth. Because I had something good with Vinny, and now it's completely ruined. I wanted Allie out, didn't get it, but I didn't go home. I know I'm on the bottom. I know they're just gonna... Vinny's so good at this, and I can't outsmart him.
You have every right to be mad at me.
No,
I try to get you out.
I try to get you out.
Yeah.
So...
And there's still the advantage that one of us has.
Every week I say to Mary, we're still here.
I think I'm just going to keep on with the strategy of not shutting my mouth because it's brought me to Final 5 somehow, so I'm going to just keep doing it. Did you think you had the votes to get me out?
I thought they were going to vote you out.
I'm not turning on you.
Yeah.
I will say this, there's somebody who's had now won 2 individual immunities,
Yeah.
has never had a vote cast and isn't a pair.
And it's been on the Reds. Because now
Hasn't pissed off any of those people.
And now both
except
have Tyler.
And has overtaken the gender.
Yeah.
She's the leader of this.
Yeah.
I mean, we're the only 2 guys.
And
phenomenal game.
And they've both been on the right side of it every game.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Survivor gods were on the sides of jury with an I because we didn't go to jury with a Y, and I'm so excited. Hopefully, I mean, people are gonna get crazy this week.
That was not how that was supposed to happen. Yeah, I don't know what to say. That was hard, and I'm bummed Will's gone. He was such a nice shield, and I knew I could beat him, but we gotta move on. I'll start from this week with Miri. So I go over and talk to Miri, and she goes, "Who do you want to vote out?" And I said, "Will." And she goes, "Vinny, stop BSing me." And she goes, "I thought you'd want Allie out." I'm like, "Why would I want Allie out?" And she goes, "Because Allie wants you out at 5. But that's basically all she told me. So the plan from their perspective was to get the 4 of me, Will, and those 2 to vote you out this week. And for me this whole week, I was like, how much of that is true? Trying to make a stand and send another member to the jury pissed off. It's time to stop throwing challenges because that's not really working, is it? And that's why at Tribal, I was kind of like, I'm done playing Miri's game.
Yeah.
Screw this, and went after her. So that was like my reason for it.
Okay.
But yeah, so after the challenge, she and Jackson talked to me, and we're like, well, you got what you want, you're in the middle. You have to pick which side, and there are 2 girls on there who you can't beat, and Allie, who just won 2 challenges, has controlled every vote, and has not pissed anyone off.
I pissed everyone off.
I'm like, she's pissed Tyler off, and she's like, that's it. That's the thing is, Tribal would have been even more hectic if you would not have won.
Yeah.
Gotta start fighting for my life, and still don't think I'm in an awful spot. I'm in the middle right now of 2 2s, and still they gotta be picked off unless they really want to go 2-2 tied next vote. So,
all right, so I'm gonna start from Tyler vote after Jackson and Miri asked Kelsey and I to meet, and that's when they're like, we're the 2 groups left in the game, like we have to like work together, like they're gonna aim for us. If we stick together, then they won't be able to break us up. I'm like, all right, obviously probably should have just told you that from the beginning, but
I understand.
Just kind of kept that there. And then I didn't vote Miri because at Tribal I was so shook.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I was just like, okay, I'm just sticking with the original plan because like it was.
Could not understand that. Question is, do I want Miri or Jackson done?
Ideally, I'd like to get Miri out this week. That'd be great.
We can't. The thing is, I was thinking about like, if they do have an idol, or if they find one or something, if one of them wins the challenge, then there's nothing we can do. Like, they will get to pick who goes home.
So I met with Kelsey, and she was like, I'm trying to figure out if I should trust Miri or Vinny.
Yep.
My gut, like looking at the both of them as far as who I trust Miri way more than Vinny. Even this week, he was telling me I was like, I want you to know that I'm ready for Will to go.
Okay.
But if you look at last night, he wasn't ready for Will to go.
No, he wasn't.
So if Allie didn't have immunity, he would have been pushing for Allie to go. I mean, like I said last night, I really am, like, honest with people. People were talking about Allie.
Okay.
I want
Like, really, she couldn't trust both of us because we both want
That's
Allie
basically
out.
what I said. But I was like, I said Vinny is the one who came to us with the Allie plan. So when all the whispering started at Tribal last night, like, he was whispering to you, he was basically telling you that Miri had a plan to get out Allie, right?
Mm-hmm. And it's like, he says, no, it was all Miri who wanted Allie, and I was just, like, going along with it, but I wouldn't actually do that or something.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, don't really know
I think...
who to trust.
Did you make a final two with her?
Kind of.
Okay.
So now we're at 5.
Mm-hmm. Us two are in more of a similar situation.
Yes, I know
with our,
exactly what you're going to
because we're both in
say.
a pair, and I think,
We're both the number 2.
yeah, like, you and Miri went to the finals, or Allie and I went to the finals.
We lose, right? Like, I don't want to do this because, like, I hate final 2s.
I know, I like...
But I think we
'Cause
both
everyone
understand the position that we're in.
I know Kelsey said that, like, you're the second person in our alliance or something, but I honestly, like, don't see it that way, and I hope you don't either.
I don't see it that way.
Okay.
Basically, we're either going to fight for Vinny's vote, or we're going to vote out Vinny,
We
right?
vote out the... yeah.
I mean, there are 5 people left. I don't think either one of us can really beat Vinny either.
Who do you want out this week? Vinny?
Well, like, to them, I'm telling them Vinny, of course.
But, like, honestly, like, who do we want out?
I don't know.
I think we just have to do whatever keeps us safe, but I don't even know. Right now, I kind of know I'm out next. I think it's kind of inevitable that everyone's going to target me.
Okay. Right? So,
Yeah.
final 5.
Final 5. I'm super happy.
Basically, I'm torn on what I'm going to do this week and from here on out.
I don't know how close I was to going home. Like, I don't know if Allie and Kelsey were actually considering voting me out, but I'm still here. I really can't believe it.
Who were you planning on voting for before that challenge?
What do you mean?
Like, who were you planning on voting out?
I didn't know yet. It was up in the air. Once Will got out of the competition, I whispered to him, and while we were still in the competition, I said, I'm not voting you out. Because I really didn't want to. I wanted to vote out Allie, but then she won.
Just because, like, I heard you tell Will, like, I'm not voting you.
Yeah,
I'm not voting
I wasn't planning
So
to. I was
but
planning
then-
to vote Vinny.
Okay.
Vinny is so smart. I think Vinny wasn't afraid to take risks. Meanwhile, we were all just, like, falling in line. Really just made a fool of myself at Tribal, and, like, people caught me in some lies. Obviously, I caught Vinny in all of his lies, but I don't think it's that important because I think everyone knew about his lies and maybe not many people knew about mine. I know I've been caught in lies, like, I get it.
It's a game
yeah.
of lies. It
Yeah.
honestly is a game of
We
lies.
were all lying
Like,
to each other.
I'm gonna say, like, I talked to Allie and Vinny, and we did talk about, like, your
Yeah.
name and, like, Jackson, like, were
Mhm.
thrown around, but
Yeah.
I wanted Will. So,
Okay.
like, I'm perfectly fine with Will being gone.
Yeah.
Especially if, like, Vinny and Will had a thing. Like, even though if Vinny had a thing with everyone, I don't know.
I know Vinny clearly made a final 2 with every single person in the game. I'll just be totally honest. Like, Kelsey, like, basically everyone in this game thinks that you have no chance of winning.
Yeah.
And
I've gotten that.
I don't think that. Like, I seriously don't.
Talking to Miri yesterday, it hurt me a bit, and I'm also really, like, mad. It's the next day, and I'm honestly still pretty upset about her just directly telling me everyone left thinks that I have no chance of winning this game.
Vinny has said to me multiple times, Allie says jump and you say how high.
Miri and Allie, people just perceive them as running the show, and this is like perception. It's not. That might be the perception, but I really think I've made decisions in this game, and I can back that up in the end if I'm sitting there in the finals. Miri wasn't even like trying to get me to go with her by saying that or anything. Like I didn't see a purpose of saying multiple times, I have no chance of winning. Everyone thinks I have no chance of winning. People become exposed in this game because they just say too much. Just sit back and watch. I'm a listener.
Hello.
Your favorite 3.
Okay, see ya. Well, at least travel won't be as stressful as last week. That's nice.
Yeah, I don't think anything would be as bad as that.
Gosh. I'm nervous. I'm nervous for the first time in this game of potentially getting out here at 5. I think there's a chance I could. What are your thoughts about everything that happened? Because I feel like
it's crazy.
Yeah.
To be honest, it just feels like the 2 people that I'm closest with are at odds.
Yeah. What are we thinking for this week?
I mean, I think we go for Miri, but there is, like, you have to think about the advantage or an idol.
I know Miri wants me out here. Like, she's pissed at me, and I get that. Like, I would be super pissed at me too.
Yeah.
But do you think there's any way Miri and I can reconcile this relationship for this vote? Just for this vote? Do you think there's any way?
Yeah.
It's just gonna be hard.
It's gonna be hard, yeah. But
do you think there's any way?
I've met with Miri,
and she's
like, she thinks that the best approach is to try to get you out.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make the most sense
yeah.
for me at all, because if you go this week, then I'm in the Final Four with 3 girls.
Yeah. I think there's not a lot of trust in me right now. People think I'm playing every side, which I am, but I just didn't want people to know that. Guys, we're just so close. I don't want to blow it. That's like, we were talking right before you got here of like, the beginning of the game was fun because we were trying to implement all these things, like find out who we're really aligned with, and now it's like, we know who we're aligned with. It's so close, we just cannot blow it. It's like not fun right now, it's just like, I don't
fuck it up.
Do not F it up. I'm just trying to pitch everyone something different and hopefully people don't talk as much. Same thing I've been doing this entire game.
I don't know, a lot depends on who wins today, obviously. Because like, if Miri wins today, like, it has to be.
It has to be us.
Kelsey, right?
Yeah, I mean, obviously for me, I can just, like, I'm going to say that to you, and I could go with Allie and Kelsey, but you, but yes, for me, I would have to do that, which, again, I would be fine with, but it's just so hard when I know someone is so much against me. That's the hardest thing with us right now is just how at odds Miri and I are with each other, but I know. Ideally, Miri goes home this week, or maybe even Jackson, I don't know. Probably Miri. No, definitely Miri, not Jackson. But, yeah, it's not anything crazy. I gotta win the challenge, and then vote Miri out is ideal. The advantage is scary, the idol's scary, but we'll see where we go from here.
Priority number 1 has to be making sure Miri doesn't win.
Yeah.
I don't think that'll be very hard.
Coming in, guys. Hi. How are we feeling? Good. Today is your final 5 immunity challenge. Winner of today's challenge, guaranteed spot. Allie, come on up. Once again, immunity is back up for grabs. Today's challenge is a counting challenge.
On each of these boards are 5 different things that you will be counting.
And using the numbers that you count, you will subtract them to get a 1 cohesive number, 2 digits.
You'll use that 2-digit number, the second numeral in that, as one of the numbers for a combination lock.
Combination lock locks these 3 rings. Once you have the correct combination, you unlock the 3 rings.
We'll run over there to where you'll see a similar standing torch. Throw your rings on top of there. First person to get all their rings on top of the torch wins immunity. Same at this week's travel penalty.
The rest of you want to be going home. I will be the 5th member.
So understood? Alright, we'll draw random lucky spots and we'll get started.
For a guaranteed spot in the Final 4. Survivors ready. Go! Look at the numbers and get on your way. Some of the numbers you can see from here, some of them you can't.
Number of bike racks.
see here. Vinny runs off. Vinny already trying a combination. We are not very far in this challenge. It's very early to be trying combinations. This could be a big risk. Vinny has not left this table. Just taking wild guesses at what that combination could be. Doesn't matter if he has it right. Make sure you're looking within the boundaries. Vinny trying combination. Kelsey and Allie both counting. Not going to have to count much. Kelsey, Allie, and Jackson working on their numbers. Kelsey tries something, no good. Make sure you're counting the right thing. Make sure you're counting within the boundaries. Both of those very important in this challenge. Kelsey working on a combination. Vinny getting frustrated. Yep. Allie's frustrated.
I don't know which one of these is wrong though.
All it takes is one thing to be miscounted. everyone getting frustrated. Kelsey tries a combination, no good.
If these are correct numbers, I've tried every combination.
Where's the right? Playing at you, by the way.
Vinny claims he has the numbers. Vinny has left the table the least amount of times of anybody. Muriel unlocks hers!
Yes, I won my freaking life!
Muriel, running to the torch! Muriel wins individual immunity!
I don't know.
Yuri, come on up. Yuri wins immunity, safe in this week's tribal council. For the rest of the four of you, not say the same. One of you guys going home will become the 5th member of the jury and the 12th person voted out of this game. You have the rest of the week to figure out who it's going to be. I'll see you on Thursday. All right?
I love myself. I know that everyone wants me out because obviously I'm setting myself up to win.
It sucks when you finally try in a challenge and you can't win. That's like, it's fine when you like keep throwing them and you're losing. When you go all out and win and lose, it's the worst.
Uriel couldn't have won. She's the only person who wasn't allowed to win. So that sucks. Not really who I wanted to win, so that's disappointing. I don't really know who's going to go home this week because that takes out an option that I think we were all thinking of.
I'm just really proud of myself. I haven't won a competition since the 3rd competition, and this makes me feel good about myself.
It was a huge, huge challenge today. I am just so proud of her. This is like best case scenario at this point. Unless, of course, what I found is not real.
Now, if Jackson and Miri have an idol, it's just chaos, and this is exactly why I freaking wanted Miri out last week, but...
I'm incredibly nervous that it could be me, though. Whatever. It's Survivor, and there's always next week, maybe, to try again, so...
Okay. Go ahead. It's your... No.
I'm a warrior girl. Like, stuff has worked out for me so well despite like my mouth not shutting. I'm just super proud of myself, and I'm like, these people, like, yes, they're smart. Like, yes, they understand the game, but like when it's time for us to like save ourselves, we do it. I'm so proud of us.
So I don't know if this is the best move or not, but I really think that there's nothing to lose at
nothing
this point.
to lose.
And I want verification.
Okay.
So, I won the advantage, and I got a clue to the idol. That was a picture.
Oh.
No words.
What was it?
Picture of the Wexner Center of the Gardens.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So it was the night before spring break, the night that Jake was voted out.
Oh my god.
So this is what I have.
It's totally the same.
This is what I have. It's the same, right?
Yes! Jackson has the idol, and he has the advantage. I've made a lot of mistakes, but what I did do was I aligned with someone who is good at competitions, smart, good at finding idols, and very trusting of me. So, yes, thank you. Thank you.
We're awesome.
You're in the
You're
final
awesome.
four, right?
We're in the final four.
And I think Jackson could win this game, and I don't even mind. Because I love Jackson with all my heart. Now that I know he has the idol. But I've always loved him.
But, like, we want to make sure that we send the right person home.
Yeah, I think we need to be thinking about what happens at 4. Bless. I'm so happy.
Man, when bad things happen, they keep on going.
So, I talked to Vinny, and he's trying to convince me to work with him. Hey!
Hey, we got Final Four, Muriel here. We got me, who maybe not, we'll see.
This whole time, I've tried to convince myself that I can win Survivor. I'm not convincing myself anymore because I know I can win Survivor.
Miri won, we talked a little after, and it was, she can't trust me. I just blew up her entire game.
It's also nice to see him scramble for once because I've gotten votes the past 2 tribals. Allie and Vinny have not gotten votes ever. And I think it's their time to make some moves.
It's just like when Miri won that, this just like gut feeling dropped to my stomach of like, it could be me. So, where we go from here is the question. First 2 things in this game that have really gone wrong for me, I would say, are Will not being here and Miri winning the challenge. So, can we get past what happened last week? Which is going to be really hard.
I don't want to hold a grudge or
Yeah,
anything.
and I don't,
we did the same thing. No one of us is better than the other.
Oh, not at all.
You know?
And we both know that. We both have that mutual respect for each other.
I feel like this whole time I was never expected to be the protagonist of Survivor. I didn't expect to be it. Like, even in my life, like, I just feel like people underestimate me. And I underestimate myself.
Here's the play. With Miri and Jackson, this whole week has got to be to get 2 votes on anyone who's not me. So, but like that's because like my thing even to you is like we can make this vote super easy if someone just comes out. Like again, if you were just going to say Vinny, we have this advantage. You force my vote of voting with you too. No advantage. Like someone has the advantage. Will didn't go home with it. He would have told us about it. I think Jackson has it. I really do. The question is there any way you and Jackson come together for this one? Who knows, maybe trying to blow up Miri's game and get her out last week was a little premature, and the game's not fun anymore. Like the climb to get to Final 5 is so fun. But once you're there, it's like, you can't mess it up.
So, Allie or Kelsey, which one?
This week?
Yeah. And I totally understand, and if Allie and Kelsey aren't going to reach out to me this week, like, that shows a lot of their colors. Like, you're not even going to try to talk to me. Yeah. So, I think we just gotta, there's a lot of time. Yeah. And at Thursday's Tribal, I've showed the jury that I can play. I'm a player. I'm a big player. Now, I need to show the jury that I'm a smart player. And I think I can do that.
Here's the deal. Vinny told me earlier in the week, someone has all the cards. And I feel like I have all the cards. I need to make sure that I play these cards correctly this week. So tell me what's up.
Yeah. Well, first of all, how are you feeling? I feel like you can't be feeling good. And
No,
I'm not feeling
I don't feel good. I don't feel good for me or for you.
Yeah.
So, just, we're here, 5 people left, and I am somehow still in the middle.
It sucks because the easiest thing to do is for you, me, and Miri to vote together.
Yeah.
And vote Allie.
Yeah.
And that would be the name I would want to write.
Yeah. That's not what
The plan is Jackson really wants Allie out, which I don't, but I'm okay with that.
I need to be able to trust Miri in some capacity.
I know you don't trust Miri, so I know the easiest route for you is to go to Allie and Kelsey, and then the only name to do is me.
Yeah.
So that's scaring me.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I have been scared the whole merge. There are 4 people not safe this week. 3 of them have never been scared in this game. Allie and Kelsey have never been scared. Vinny has never been scared. Vinny's not been afraid to say that he's not scared because he knows he's not going home because he's been lying to everyone and he makes deals with everyone every week so he doesn't go home. I just feel like Vinny has lied to me so much, and even if he does feel closest with me in this game, he still lies to me. So
that was my big concern.
Your name's the last name that I want to write down.
And yours is literally like, the thing that sucks is yours is my last. It's just the Muri thing is like,
well, Muri's not gonna write my name down.
Nor should she.
Because honestly, it should be Allie. She's not gotten any votes.
No.
She's protected, essentially. She's protected by Kelsey and, in a sense, by Muri. I feel like there's something there with Kelsey, and there's been something there with Vinny, so that's why I'm talking to them this week. But as far as Allie goes, I don't know. She doesn't want to meet with me, that's fine. But, because I'm looking at it like I just need one more vote to stay.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I have Muri's vote.
Yeah.
I feel like the easiest person is you, obviously, because Muri and I aren't going to vote for you. So,
how much can I trust Muri is like the biggest thing. That's what sucks about this, because I'm like, I can trust you, but it's how much can I trust Muri? Last night I could barely sleep because I want to work with you so bad.
That's me every night.
But it's like I just don't know what to do with Muri. It's like my only thing.
And you know, I said I wanted to do this game. I said I want to deliver the game-changing moments that I crave to see on CBS. If I can play the idol on myself and stay with a Pear and Muriel that people have known about the entire time. There's the age-old saying that behind every successful man is a strong woman, and behind every unsuccessful man there are 2. So my allegiance to I've always been kind and respectful to the girls. My allegiance is always to Muriel, never to Allie and Kelsey. I've committed to one girl, and that's Muriel, and that's who I've been running through this game with. I think that's proven to be successful.
So it's been a crazy couple days. We had a huge break in between trial and the challenge. So, wait, how did stuff with Kelsey go?
I think it went really well.
Okay. For her wanting to vote me or Allie out?
She kind of sounded like she was open to do either.
Okay.
But I told her that I have the votes to do Allie if she wants to do Allie, and she seemed like she's on board because we had a long talk, and she was like, what I was going to come to you today and say is, do you want to do Vinny or Allie?
Such a big decision. Okay, I know we talked about it last week, and I do want you to go farther in the game, and I do want to go to the end with you. It's just also, like, when Muri won the challenge, like, I saw that you were very excited for her to win. And
I was, because I feel like you guys all would have voted Muri. And I feel like with me, there's a chance. She thinks her chances are best against me.
Jackson and Kelsey's relationship is starting to scare me a lot.
Vinny told me, he's like, it's viewed that Allie carries Kelsey and Muri carries Jackson. He said, the only way that you or Kelsey win is if you get that monkey off of your back. And I'm thinking, okay, well then the only way I win is if I take Kelsey.
Recently I've been kind of challenged on how I've played this game and if I'm good enough to be here, I guess, or if my gameplay is good enough.
And, like, I want a final 3 with you and Muri, and I'm not taking Muri to the end.
Muri gets more credit than Jackson, and Allie gets more credit than me. Do I think that's really fair, and do I think that's really true, or what should be said? No. Screw that.
I know that it may be perceived at this point that she's voting, or that she's controlling how I
think you and Kelsey both have that.
Yeah.
I need to kind of appease Jackson because everyone's telling him that I can beat him, which I don't even honestly think is that true, but it's like, I don't want him to think that, because then he will never take me. And it's frustrating, like...
And Kelsey and I have talked about that, and that's why I feel a little bit comfortable with her voting out Allie this week.
Yeah.
Because I think we kind of share that interest.
For sure.
First of all, I don't really understand why it's perceived that I'm the bigger player. I think we've both pulled our weight in this relationship, but once Jackson plays the idol tomorrow, I really think it's going to even our playing field of who can win.
If Vinny gets the end, for sure he's winning. And then Allie and Muri are like contenders. And I feel like people are like dragging us to final 2, to be honest. I know that I have the potential to go this week. Like, I just keep telling myself I have 2 votes because Muri's not going to vote me out. I don't think. So I just need to get 1 more. I said, I have 2 votes and I need 1 more. So can I count on you? And she said, I think so. Okay. No matter who goes, like if I can get the 3 votes, like, and we're both still here next week, are we good?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. But can you guys trust each other?
That's my thing. I'm just waiting for Muri to call me out on my bullshit again. Muri she's a queen, dude. Man, I'll be honest, whenever I'm around Muri, I feel like I have to go 100%. And it's really fun because I'm just really impressed by Muri. She's really freaking smart at this game. I want Jackson in this game. Regardless of what happened, if you won or not. Yeah, and we both do. Like, we both trust you.
That's why I want you guys both here.
Exactly. But at 4 with Kelsey, is it just 2-2? Or is it 3-1 against me with Kelsey? Or is it 3-1 with us against Kelsey? I cannot... Oh, man. So, talking with Muri and Jackson, it was good. I told him, I was thinking about it. I'm like, we're good. We're going to do this. And still good with the Allie decision. We'll see. We'll see about it. I don't know.
If this works, like, I want this to happen. I want Allie to go. But, like, I think we just have to, like, accept that next week it's going to be you or me gone. And we're just going to have to fight it out.
Gotta lie and get your hands dirty if you want to win and have fun.
So you would want to get out Allie this week?
Or Vinny, if I stay.
It's also very unsettling that Allie did not reach out to me this week. Like, I had to reach out with her, which means she probably wants Jackson out, which is bad because if Jackson saves himself with the idol, that's going to look really good on Jackson. I'm starting to get scared of Jackson because I think he could win, and that's bad because I want to win.
Here's the thing, and I'm letting you know, I'm probably going to say this in tribal. You and Allie have no votes against you. And if any of the rest of us want to win, that has to change. Like, so I want Allie to get some votes, and I want her to go.
I definitely have to think of what's best for me. I could go with the plan of staying with Jackson.
Okay, so I know that you need to think about it, and like...
Are you putting Allie for sure?
No.
So it's just a few more votes and a few more challenges, and I'm there, but it's what am I going to do this week? And this week, I'm going to stay loyal.
Should we have a minute to mourn?
We're not mourning. We're fine. Because if I think I play this game and vote out the 2 people that I trust the most and who trust me, what am I doing for myself? Yeah, I get further than Allie and Vinny, but how much further do I get? I give more strength to Muri and Jackson.
We just have to, I don't know, have some confidence or something.
Where am I at this point in the week? Slightly defeated because there's a very good possibility that Muri and Jackson are gonna put my name down.
We have the numbers.
We have numbers.
We don't know what they have. They could not have anything. We don't, and if they do have something, we don't know what it does.
If they have a vote advantage by 1, it could potentially be fine. I don't think Vinny's gonna flip. I don't think Kelsey's gonna flip. If it's an idol, I'm screwed. I'm out. I really hope they don't vote for me.
I don't have to vote with Allie and Vinny, no. But we're an alliance,
and I trust them, and I don't want the other people to get far. Like, Muri, sorry, I'm fine if you're the only one left and Jackson's gone, and you're against me, Allie, and Vinny.
We've come way too
hard to get here.
far not to get to Final 3. We're good.
We're good.
Good. One of...
Wait, group hug?
I mean, but like we said earlier, like, they're telling us Allie.
Right.
So it's either Allie or Muri still hates me. So in case they think we have an idol, they'll put it on me.
Basically, I think Muri's a villain. I think, yeah, I could go to the end with Jackson and it'd be us two. If I vote out Allie, I'm just like the worst person ever, voting out my one very, very true alliance. And then if I vote out Vinny, I think I lose a little bit of Allie's trust, especially if I don't tell her.
I know Muri calling me out for working with everyone, but I swear if I somehow vote one of you two and I get to the end, do not vote. Like, I know that sounds ridiculous, but legitimately, if
I trust you.
Yeah, like that's, and the thing is, we have, if one of us does flip, it's like there's nothing else I feel like we could have done.
Right.
I hate it when people go home and they didn't even try and fix it. Like, this isn't a blind side. It's not like I don't have an opportunity to do something. I do. But I don't know what the best move at this point is.
All we have to do is next week beat Muri. If they don't have anything...
Did Jackson seem nervous at all?
No,
he seems confident, yeah.
Which means he has to have something.
Like, normally,
but that's like, I think that he also has to play.
He's a lot more confident than in the past, where he's always, you know how he gets nervous? It's like, guys, like, when he knows his name's on the line, he'll be like, I'm staying loyal. If I'm going to be the person that people vote as someone who they can trust their life with, I'm going to be that person. It's kind of sad that this is almost over, but see you tomorrow.
20 minutes before tribal council. I'm nervous.
I'm gonna go with what I have, literally, and I have an idol, so I'm gonna play it.
What happens at this tribal, I have no idea what is going to happen at this tribal, but it's definitely going to set the tone for the rest of the game.
I should feel better about this, like being 3 versus 2, but I'm not.
Muri and Jackson have something because they're way too confident, and there's no way they can be sure that they have Vinny with the way he's been voting with Kelsey and I.
None of these people have survived anything before because they haven't been through anything. Tonight is the first time where they're gonna realize that they're being put through something, so.
I might lose Allie tonight. I might lose Vinny tonight. I might even get voted out tonight.
But there's still hope. There's still...
Maybe you'll get another confessional from me. Maybe mine after tribal will be the last one. Maybe it will be me saying goodbye. I don't know. We'll find out.
Come on in. Final five, welcome to Tribal Council. We got about 3 more of this. It's all over. So with that, bring in the members of your jury. Max, Tyler, Jake, and Will. We're now at the last Tribal Council. Will, how are you?
Oh, I'm great. A little pissed, but I'm great.
Sure. Good to have you here. One of you will be joining them tonight. But it won't be Muri.
I've gotten votes the past 2 tribals, and I wouldn't be surprised that if I didn't win this, I would definitely be going home. So I am pumped to win. Also, there's people here who have never gotten votes, and it was kind of nice to see them scramble.
9 days left. We're in single digits. So close. Talk to me about that, Jackson.
It takes a toll on you. I've said before, we're not surviving any elements, we're just surviving each other. And I don't think going into this I realized how much that would actually affect you. Like, I am broken down right now. And there are 4 people that aren't safe, 2 of which have never received votes. And it looks like both of them, Vinny and Allie, will be in the final 4. 2 people who have never received votes or really any sort of attention. And it's just mind-boggling.
Attention, last tribal.
But you were safe.
Thank God.
And you wouldn't have gone home anyway.
Yeah.
She would have gone home. Or Will would have gone home. Because I think you 3 are together.
Yep.
and you didn't talk to me all week. I didn't talk to you all week. I get it. It's how it is.
Yeah. So let's recenter on that.
When it's finale night though, I'm gonna have to ask you what your name is. And if you're sitting next to her,
I'm gonna point out the obvious. I don't need to hide it anymore. I see two pairs. I see Kelsey and Alec. I see Jackson and Muriel. Both of whom have been playing this game together the entire game.
Yeah.
So that leaves you, Vinny, right? To talk about being in the middle of seemingly two pairs.
For this vote, you would think it seems really nice, but there was talks of the four of them voting me out, and that scared me last week. Not a great position to be in. So this isn't what I wanted to be in. That's why I put Muriel out. Voted to vote for you last week and wanted Will in the game. So
it's not the worst position. I mean, if you're in the middle of two pairs, you get to pick. So,
do the conversations about who you can take to the end start now? Have they already been going on?
I think it started last week with who you can take to the end. And all of a sudden, those bonds and pairs of two, the people in those pairs can't beat the other pair. And people need to start thinking about that. And all of a sudden, that dominates everything. You have a best friend, but I don't think any of us are playing for second place.
How deep does loyalty run in this game?
Some of us are playing more loyal games than others. I think you could say that. So it's really, people have different opinions on how to play this game and how they want to go about it. And then the jury has different opinions on who they think is playing the better game. I think it's obvious who are being loyal in this game right now. So,
do you think, Allie, that this jury would appreciate backstabbing an ally or staying loyal to the end?
I have no idea because Tyler is obviously still very upset at Vinny and I potentially. So I don't know if they'd like to see us backstab each other just to be like, haha, like you got fucked over too. Or if they'd rather be like, okay, well they were loyal to some people. I don't know.
Jackson, you survived tonight. What happens next?
I'm winning this thing. There's no doubt. I'm gonna win the next two challenges and I'm gonna get to the end of this thing and win. Miri and I are the only ones who have really survived, and this game is called Survivor, and if we get to the end, we're gonna win this thing.
I mean, when it comes down to it, there's a reason.
You two are the only people who have survived?
What did you survive?
I built alliances that got me to the end.
Behind groups and voted in groups to get people out.
Yeah, that's called alliances.
But there's no surviving.
It's building a strong foundation to carry you to the end of the game.
But it's not like root or like voter, it's survivor. You're not surviving.
Survivor. I'm surviving by building alliances that are going to go with me to the end. I'm establishing trust. I get that I have to give it to you. You and Yuri survived odds. You pitted Elsie and I against Tyler, which I have to say was brilliant. That is Survivor. But I did survive that.
It's different approaches to the game, and I just look at it as I respect one way and don't respect the other.
You say that the five of you haven't survived this far would be doing a serious disservice.
I'm super proud of us for getting here.
Yeah.
We made an alliance day 5 of this game, and we did it.
I also love all of you guys.
Yes, I love all of you.
At the end of the day,
I wouldn't be here without it.
Yeah, same.
We're a pretty dysfunctional thing.
Yeah.
that being said, it's time to vote. Vinny, you're up.
No idea how this is gonna go.
The second you underestimated me was the second you lost this game.
You always underestimated me, but I am smart enough to never underestimate you.
If this is the last time I vote, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed. Listen, Jackson, you called me out at Tribal. You could have came and talked to me at any time. We didn't talk. I still, number-wise, was in a position of power, so I didn't need to come to you. A person in power doesn't need to talk to you. I hope you don't have an idol or the advantage, or else I'm screwed. Well, I'm going to trust my alliance here.
Who gets the votes? If anybody has a hidden video, play it. Now is the final night.
So, the queen of this game is going to the final 4, and I think the king should join her.
The queen.
The deal is, I won the advantage, and it was a clue to a hidden immunity idol. And I'm using it on myself tonight, and I found it on my own exactly how I've played this game the whole time, where no one has controlled me, no one helped me find this, and I'm just gonna
Okay. The rules of Survivor saying that if someone plays an immunity idol, all votes cast against that member will not count. The person with the next highest amount of votes will go home. Jackson.
Yeah.
This is all votes for Jackson will not count. I will read the votes. Jackson does not count. Jackson does not count. Jackson does not count. Vinny. So one vote Vinny. And the 12th person voted out of Survivor Time and Change, and the 5th member of our jury is Vinny.
Guys. See you guys.
You got me.
Welcome to Final Four. There is nowhere left to hide. There is nothing but immunity and the trust that you have in the people that you have played this game with for 74 days. Let's see how these last 9 days pan out.
They finally took me out. Should have. It was my fault. I lost the challenge. I finally tried and won, and I didn't see a number. I was pretty confident Jackson had the advantage, so I tried to create a fake one so they didn't vote me out. I knew the votes were coming my way, and gosh, great game, really fun experience, and that really hurts. That really hurts. There's nothing else. There's nothing I want to call anyone out on. I had so much fun and thought I dominated most of this game, and knew tonight was going to be really rough. I just had the gut feeling the whole day Jackson had the idol, and I definitely went out swinging. Definitely tried my hardest. Yeah, I was pretty confident I got to the end I'd win the jury vote. Yeah, it's just a bummer. Last week, if we would have voted Miri out, none of this would have happened. Hey, I didn't convince them good enough. I didn't do well enough, good enough job to convince them to do my plan last week, and yeah, that sucks. But it was so fun. But only 8 more days.